Good morning, everyone. It is Vlogmas day 3. You guys know I went out last night. I didn't get home till 3 o'clock in the morning. It was raining. It was nasty outside. And my windshield wiper chose yesterday to break, or one of the blades broke. I don't know. So I fake fixed it in the rain outside, pretending like I'm Superwoman looking at a YouTube video. So it's not a permanent fix, but it was enough to get me home safely. Because my husband was like, oh, just go to your parents' house, you're closer. It's like, at this point it's 2:30 in the morning. I was like, I don't want to wake anybody up. I'm pretty sure my parents aren't even home because they're, it's another story. But I was like, it's 2 o'clock, after 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't wake anybody up. I have a key to my parents' house, but the key ring with all the keys is heavy. And since I was looking cute last night, I had a small little purse. I took all those keys off. So the only key I have is the key to my own house. And as much as I love my parents and even love my mother-in-law, because he suggested I go to her house too, I just wanted to be home in my own bed with my own husband. So I figured out a way to fix it in quotations and get home safely. But I'm tired now, and the only reason I'm up this early because I have a nail appointment. But I told myself last night, you know what, I ain't going to that appointment. It's already 3 o'clock in the morning. My appointment's at 10. I got to get up at whatever time to get there. Like, I'm just going to not go, and it's fine. But my husband, who I love so very much, was snoring so loud it woke me up. And I had a horrible toothache that also woke me up. Because this is the thing about toothaches. If it gets to the point where it starts pulsing, that can make you think, and something I have to evaluate my body, that can make me think that a tooth on the top is also hurting, and that can also lead to a headache, and that can also lead to waves of dizziness, at least for me. So I popped a couple pills already this morning, some extra strength Tylenol. It seems to be doing the trick because I'm not in pain right now, at least, but I need to get some more because those are the last two. So since I'm already up, probably won't be able to get back to sleep, I'm getting my nails done today, and then I have a holiday party with my 3 closest girlfriends. So I'll take you along with me to the holiday party, at least show you some footage of it. I don't think they want to be part of the blog, and I wouldn't ask them to be, but I'm gonna do that. I was gonna go to Dollar Tree because one of my close girlfriends, her 2 boys are my nephews, and I have Christmas presents for them that I need to wrap up and put in a little gift bag. So I need to buy gift bags as well, which I'm gonna do when I'm out. And at some point, I gotta do my daughter's hair tonight for school. And you know what? I just thought about it. I'm not gonna do that because my friend's house I'm going to, her house is like an hour and a half away from me. Because again, none of my friends live close to me at all. So by the time I get home, I'm not gonna have the energy to do my child's hair. So she's gonna get a cute little slick back ponytail for school tomorrow, and I'll do her hair Monday night. But either way, you guys can come and get my nails done. This is what it's looking like. I always get purple in November for my birthday because it's my favorite color. You see one broke, which is ghetto, and then also you see this one, the ring finger. It is crooked, at least to me, and I could be wrong, but no, look at it. See how the other ones are standing straight up, but that one's leaning to the sides, doing a gangster lean. It's that like that on the other hand too. Let me see if I can switch, see if you guys can see it. And actually, now I'm looking at it. No, this one's the middle finger. See how I was leaning? They did this last time. I'm going to the same place because I tried to reach out to a different place to get an appointment and nobody answered. So hopefully they can fix the gangster lean. They can fix the broken nail. I'm going back to my standard color this year of getting black. I think I'm just going to do black, white, and silver, or I'm just going to do just straight black with some glitter black on it. I haven't decided yet. Either way, I'm about to leave, so I'll take you guys with me so you can see what I get. Bye. So I'm at the nail salon, and there are 8 of us here who have 10 a.m. appointments, but only 3 people are here so far. So I don't know when I'm going to be seen, but it's not like I'm in a rush. I did decide that I want black and different shades of silver or glitter. So I got black here, I got a silver, I got a blackish glitter, and then another, I think, blackish glitter. So I'm thinking of getting a different color on every nail. So we'll see how that goes.
Thank you.
So I'm back home. I got my nails done. You guys can see. I don't know which light is better, but it's very sparkly action. So now, there's a tip on being a super mom. It's 12:17. I have until 1:30 to pack 2 presents, to make lunch for me and my husband, and to cook a full dinner. And it would be nice if I also had the chance to, well, I'm giving myself to 1:30 because I'm going to take a shower and leave by 2 o'clock. That is the plan right now. So the timer is on. First, I'm going to preheat the oven. I'm going to get dinner started. It'll also be nice if I could wash a couple loads of laundry. I don't know if I'll get that done, but it's 12:18 now. I have an hour and 12 minutes to cook dinner, cook lunch for 2 people, pack 2 presents. Maybe sneak in a load of laundry. I don't know. We'll see. Wish me luck. Okay, so I forgot that I didn't even tell you guys what I'm making for dinner. So I'm making barbecue chicken. So let me show you. This is I'm making a video. Eat your lunch. That's what you're supposed to focus on, not what I'm doing. So it's 4 pounds of chicken party wings. I get these from Walmart probably once a month. And it's not really a lot that comes in it, but it's enough that it can make at least 2 meals. So sometimes I'll barbecue half the chicken and I'll fry half the chicken. I decided to barbecue today. So I've cleaned my chicken, as you can see. You should also dry it as much as you can. I have sprayed a pan right here, and I have the barbecue sauce out here. I also like to put honey with the barbecue sauce, and I'm going to show you the seasonings I use. So this is my seasoning cabinet. I have the seasonings here, and they are in some kind of alphabetical order, but then I have some random stuff up here. So the seasoning I love to use for barbecue chicken especially, I think this is a good combination, is barbecue sauce and orange. So I like using this orange pepper. It's similar to lemon pepper, except it's orange flavored. I also have a lime pepper that I use sometimes. When I'm frying chicken, I normally make lime pepper. So orange pepper. You gotta have your garlic because everything tastes better with garlic. This is onion powder, even though it's not labeled. And we use something called nature seasoning, which is, I guess, like a complete seasoning. So we like to use this. And actually, I'm going to use this as well. This is a black-owned spice company called The Spice Suite, and it's smoky sweet thang spice blend. So it's just something, obviously, smoky and sweet. So these are the seasonings I'm going to use to put on my chicken. I have my oven preheating. It's, I think, preheated to 375. I'm going to bake them, or I'm going to get them in the oven for at least an hour, hour and a half, just to make the meat fall off. Probably won't be here when it's time to actually take them out, but at least I can get started. And I'm probably going to make some spinach. I'll show you guys how I make that. And I don't know, some other random side. So we'll see. Okay, the chicken is seasoned. My oven is preheated, so I'm about to put it in the oven, but I wanted to show you guys what the chicken looks like with all the seasoning on it. So this is what it's looking like right now. And even, so I had to switch pans because I didn't have enough room in the small, teeny tiny pan I was using. I don't know what I was thinking. But what I also like to do is put a little bit of water at the bottom, and that kind of prohibits the chicken from sticking to the aluminum foil, because at some point, you know, I season it on both sides, but at some point I'm probably going to lift it up a little bit to make sure I get barbecue sauce on both sides. So I'm going to add a little bit of water before I put it in the oven. And then I'm going to show you guys, this isn't a mom hack, I'm sure other people use. When it comes to like picking sides, I'm not one of those moms that makes everything from scratch. Like, I don't have the time, don't even have the desire anymore. I used to want to be that mom, but I was like, no, I'm good. So I'm going to show you guys what I like to use, which is just a real quick, easy thing to make sure my babies have protein, have a starch, and have a vegetable. So stay tuned. Okay, so as promised, this is what I'm going to show you guys. And I'm sure they have them at your regular grocery store no matter where you live in the world. Pasta sides and rice sides. They come in a lot of different flavors. The two I just showed you is creamy chicken and cheddar broccoli, but they have teriyaki flavor with the rice and the noodles. And it's great because you can either just cook it by itself as a side. They all take 7 to 10 minutes to cook. Or if you add a protein, add a vegetable, put that thing in a little pan and make a little casserole. It's a very easy weeknight dinner. So I'm going to make one of those, probably the creamy chicken rice. And then after that, I'm going to saute some spinach. Once they're cooked, since they don't take that long, I can put them to the side, put them in the refrigerator. And then once I'm gone, because I won't be here by the time my babies eat dinner, they can just make their own plate and be good to go. Chicken's in the oven right now. I'm about to make the right size. And then I'm going to show you guys how I saute my spinach. All right, so I'm making spinach. I'm sauteing it. And normally I buy frozen spinach, but I got like the fresh spinach, the real stuff, because it's very, very easy to make and it's very, very quick. So saute some butter in a pan. I have about 2 tablespoons of butter. Just gonna move around a little bit so that it can make sure it melts. And this is literally all I put in the spinach for right now. Once the spinach is actually in there, and I cut it up and put it in here, then I add some seasoning. For the most part, I only add garlic. I just add actual garlic, and I'll add garlic powder. Maybe I'll add a little teeny bit of nature seasoning, but that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna let this butter melt, and while it's melting, up my spinach. So you saw the way it was bundled up like this. Obviously I take the white wrapper off, and I normally just cut off the bottom, the stems, and which you don't have to because you're gonna eat the stems, I guess, but I normally cut those off and then do my business. So I'm gonna try to set up my phone. I don't know how successful I'll be, but you know what, we're gonna see. All right, that's all right. Shout out to comedian Sidney Castillo. This is his merch, My Cup is Full. His therapist taught him to use that phrase when people are trying to get something from him. He's like, nah, I can't do it right now, man. My cup is full. I was like, you know what? I need to use that. And I support that message, so I'm going to support him. And bought this when he came to town. Actually came the weekend of my birthday. I was like, this is a great birthday present to me. Let me treat myself to a comedy show. And my cousin ended up coming with me, which was cool. Okay, for some reason, I'm having difficulty cutting this thing. Luckily, your girl does keep scissors in the kitchen. So, purple, of course, is, this your girl's favorite color. So, I have purple in most rooms of the house. None of my children's, because they don't care for purple like I do, but purple is definitely a lot of places. All right. So, you can see we have the bunch of spinach here. I'm going to cut off the stems. You hear that? Doesn't that sound just satisfying? Yeah. And there's still some hanging from there, which is fine. And then after that, I just cut the bundle itself. Because you can eat all of this part of the spinach now, but, you know, I figure my children especially don't want huge leaves of spinach in their mouth. So I try to cut it down to little small, manageable bites. And then I just toss it. So this is what it looks like, cut up a little bit. Toss it in there, hit that sizzle. And like I said, it doesn't take long to cook at all. And even though it looks like a lot, if you've ever made spinach or any kind of greens before, you know that they shrink very much so. So what I have here is not the amount that you're really going to see in there. So I'll come back after I cut the rest of the spinach. All right, I got all the spinach in there. And like I said, it's going to look a lot smaller. And you can tell when it's starting to cook when you start flipping the spinach on the bottom and you see it's getting a little bit darker. That's how you know it's cooking. It starts off this really bright, vibrant green color, and when it cooks down, it gets darker, and obviously it wilts. So it shouldn't take too long. I'm just going to let it go and not bother it anymore and just let it cook. And then in the meantime, we have our rice here. So all I added was water, 2 cups of water. Optional, you can add some butter. I just chose not to because I'm like, we already got butter in the spinach. I want to say you need butter for this. Butter is, again, it's optional. It doesn't really add extra flavor, not necessarily. And this is already seasoned, so I typically don't add anything to this rice at all because, again, you can just add a protein or a vegetable to it and make a whole meal if you want to. I'm just choosing to just make a side. So on directions, I have to cover it up for 7 minutes. I turned the heat down, so it's about medium right now. So I'm going to cover it up and then check back in a few minutes. The spinach is cooking down. I added nature seasoning and I also added some garlic powder. And obviously you can use like whole garlic if you want, or you can also use this garlic paste. I'm going to add a little bit of this. There's something about garlicky spinach that I just really like. And I like using the garlic paste. It makes me feel like I'm making more of an effort than just, you know, putting some powder in it. Let me show you what the paste looks like. So I only have 3 of these kinds of paste. I have garlic paste that I use for some dishes. And then I also paste whenever I make an Asian dish, like if I'm making chicken teriyaki or like a stir fry, I'll use the ginger paste. And then I made lasagna last week. And for the first time, I used this Italian herb paste. I don't really notice much of a difference, but again, it makes me feel like I'm making more of an effort than I actually am. So it's like, okay, you know, we're going to do it. And it went down a lot. I told you, don't be scared by how full the pan looks. You see, it's not a lot here, and it's not like I give my children huge helpings of spinach because whenever I cook, I intend for that meal to last at least 2 days. So they're going to have it tonight, and they'll have it Monday night, Then I'll cook again tomorrow. That'll be the meal for Wednesday, no, for Tuesday and Wednesday. And then in theory, I should cook again for Thursday. I don't know if I will. Normally Thursday is kind of a crapshoot. It's like I'll either cook something, or it's like, you know what, y'all having chicken nuggets and french fries that we already have in the freezer, so I'm not ordering anything, and they're happy regardless. And then Fridays are movie night, so we typically either order pizza, make pizzas, or I'll make or order some quesadillas. So the spinach is done. You see it's a lot darker in color. It's wilted a lot, and that was 3 bundles. So now I know in the future I need to get at least 4 to 5 bundles to make this last a little longer. But this is done, guys. So I'm going to turn the heat off, and then I'm going to take it off the burner, and I'm going to put this in a container to contain it. And yeah, spinach is done. Rice is cooking. It'll be done soon. Chicken is in the oven. So after I put this in a container, I'm going to clean this container, and then I was thinking of making steak and cheese sandwiches for me and my husband, but I don't think I have time. So I think I'm just going to make some ramen noodles and a regular sandwich and be the go-to. So at least we can say we ate something, because I know he hasn't eaten today because he's still in bed. About to get up soon because he's a football head, and I haven't eaten anything. So we're going to keep it simple with sandwiches. And okay, so I lied. I'm not in the mood for a regular sandwich, so I cleaned the pan, and now this also came from Walmart. So steakums are like thin slices of steak, or fake steak, whatever. They probably cook a little faster. These are like frozen, as you can see. So I cook them obviously so they get a nice and brown on each side, and then break them up, make sure they're cooked all the way through. And then I normally add garlic powder, onion powder, and Worcestershire sauce. And then depending on what kind of cheese I use, I typically put the cheese in here and melt the cheese with it. My husband likes ketchup and mayonnaise on his steak and cheese. I like steak sauce for whatever reason, only if I make steak and cheese myself. So while these are cooking, because this will take a little bit of time, while they're cooking, I'm going to wash dishes, because my daddy always taught me to clean as I go. So let me do that. Okay, food update. The rice is done, so I just have it sitting in the back. If you turn the burner off, and you take it off of the burner, turn the heat off, and move it off the burner, it'll still cook a little bit with the top on. So I have the top still on, and I'm keep it there probably for 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'm going to put it in a container, so that way the rice will be done. My steak is looking pretty good. I'm just getting my little seasoning out, nature seasoning, garlic, and my Worcestershire sauce, which is over here. And if I wasn't making this for me and my husband, I'd be adding steak sauce to it. But since he's not having this, I'm just going to do Worcestershire sauce. Because it adds a little bit of a flavor to it. And I'm assuming you can pronounce it Worcestershire sauce. I know people pronounce it a lot of different ways. Worcestershire. But either way, it's a nice, meaty flavor, I guess. That's probably the best way to describe it. So, I don't know. So, look at these nice and brown. I've already cut it up. So I'm going to add the seasoning. This is some nature seasoning. I know it looks like a lot, but that's because the holes in this thing are very big. So it comes out very quickly. And I got this set from Amazon. When we first moved here, I was like, you know what? This is the first real home for me. The last apartment that we were in when I moved in, my husband had already been living there for 3 years. And even though, you know, it's not like he was a decorator, he didn't like put anything up or anything, and I got to do everything, still didn't feel like my home. And then we also had a couple situations there were kind of toxic for me, so it definitely didn't make it feel like my home either. This wasn't a safe environment for me mentally. So when we moved, I was like, okay, this is my second chance. This was like my first official home with my family. Let me do things a little bit differently. So I set up a cleaning schedule, which I had never done for me and the kids. And for the kids specifically, I bought these little containers for the spices, which I had never done. Put them in alphabetical order, which is really right up my alley because I like being organized. Don't know why I hadn't done that before. And yeah, I'm just kind of making more of an effort, I think. And it definitely has helped. We've been here now. December 30th will be 3 years that we've been in this new place. I guess technically called a new place anymore if it's been almost 3 years. But it definitely feels like mine. I'm still not a person who puts stuff on the walls or anything like that, because I just feel like it's probably the best way. Well, I won't say the best way. I don't know if it's a healthy way to look at things, but in my head, it's like, oh, well, it's an apartment. It's not a house. I don't need to put forth that effort. It's probably not the best way to look at it, but that's just kind of how I feel. So I don't really have decorations like that. But again, I have things that are my own. You know, I have a bookcase. I have a china cabinet that was my late grandmother's, and I have like pictures in there, but like I said, we don't have pictures or art on any of the walls. Like the kids' rooms have like some posters, and that's pretty much it. But I'm not upset. You know, once I get my first home, I know that I'm going to make more of an effort. But for now, what we have is good enough. Like I said, it feels like a home. It doesn't feel sterile. You can tell people live here, so yeah. But steak is done. I'm going to toast some bread for me and my husband. I said I was going to melt the cheese in there. I actually forgot to do that, so I'm going to use regular American sliced cheese that I put on the bread. I'm going to crumble this up. I think I'm just going to use one pack since we have sandwich and soup. I think we're just going to split one pack. And my husband is greedy. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to do that. Once this is in the water cooking, then I'm going to put the rice in the container and then wash that pot, so I won't have to wash it later. And then I'm going to get started on sandwiches. Yep, I think that's it. Okay, so just gave my husband his lunch. It is 1:13. I have 17 minutes to eat my lunch. I got my sandwich with my steak sauce, and I have my bowl of soup. I'm going to eat this in peace without doing anything else, maybe watching some TV. And then after I do this, I'm going to wrap the presents. I'll show you what I got them. And then I'm going to take my shower and get ready. Fortunately, it's just my girls. I ain't got to dress up like that. So no makeup. Put on some perfumes. I do like to smell good. Other than that, some leggings and a shirt. Because apparently all my sisters told me, I call my close girlfriends my sisters. All my sisters told me the one who's hosting is that we should come dressed comfortably. So I guess we're going to get dirty and do something. So I'm definitely not making a big deal. Regular black and white Adidas. Some leggings, some former fashion leggings. Since it's Christmassy, I'm going to wear something reddish. So I think I'm going to wear my red and white Biggie shirt. Or my red shirt that says something about motherhood. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But either way, I'll show you guys later. Okay, so I left later than I wanted to. But I still got everything accomplished. Dinner has been cooked. I gave my husband instructions on how to, basically, they got to just put the place together and warm it up. So dinner is fine. The gifts are wrapped. I have them in the car with me. Had to get some gas. Now I'm on my way, and it is 2:23 p.m. I'm still in my city, right? I'm scheduled to be at my sister's house at 3:38. So this is how far away all my friends are to me since I moved. I moved to a different state, but it's a state that borders the state that everybody else is in, all my friends, but the parts of the state that they live in are so far from me. The closest to me is, like, out of my 3 closest girlfriends I'm going to see today and my 2 closest cousins, I couldn't even imagine who's the closest. They're all an hour minimum from me. One of them is 2 hours from me, so she's definitely the first. I've been to her house once, and that's only because I'm the mother of her goddaughter. I'm the goddaughter of her oldest child, and I went to her house to take her out for her 13th birthday. I was like, this is the last time I'm coming to your house because this is just too much of a hike for me. I can't do this. So yeah, on my way there now. I'm still tired. I started the video. I saw the video when I first got up, so didn't have any chance whatsoever to take any naps. I'm exhausted. Fortunately, I work from home most of this week. I don't have to go into the office until Wednesday, so I get to rest a little bit tomorrow and just kind of keep pushing from there. So now I'm on my way there, and typically when I have a long drive like this, I'm not one of those people that...
In a quarter mile, use the right 2 lanes to take the ramp to Virginia 28 South, Dulles Airport.
See, now I was telling y'all where I live. That's fine. But I was going to say that I am not one of those people, I can't be in the car with silence.
Use the right 2 lanes to take the ramp to Virginia 28 South.
Did it. I can't be silent in the car. So I normally listen to a podcast or one of my playlists. So I'm listening to my hip-hop playlist.
Continue for half a mile.
I'll see y'all later. Hey guys, so this is my second time trying to record while I'm driving. The first time my GPS was butting in and telling you guys all my business, my location. So I left the house probably about 2:20. It is 2:53 right now. I'm scheduled to be at my sister's house at 3:35. Still have a little ways to go. The dinner is cooked though, and I have the presents wrapped. They're in the car with me. I wasn't able to do any laundry, but I can do that when I get back. I'm not gonna do my daughter's hair tonight. I'm gonna save myself that headache and do that tomorrow. And yeah. But what I was saying when I first tried recording this is how at 2:23 I had a little more than an hour to get to my friend's house, and how since I've moved 3 years ago, I live in a different state, but the state borders the state where all of my people are located. But where they're located in the state varies, but all of it is still at least an hour away from me. The person who's the furthest away from me is my cousin, and the only reason I even went to her house ever is because her daughter is my goddaughter. And when she turned 13, I went to take her out for lunch and take her on a little shopping spree. And yeah, she was 2 hours away from me. I was like, girl, I'm never coming to see you again. It's just too much. So I don't get to see my people that often, but I'm trying to see them. And I think that they are trying as well to meet me halfway most of the time, because they understand now. The few times they come to see me, they're like, girl, you made this drive for us. I'm like, I sure have, because I'm a good friend. This is what I do. But, we manage to stay close, even though we don't see each other as often as I'm sure we'd all like to, which is fine. But the 3 girlfriends I'm going to go see, I went to college with all of them, so I've known them all since I met them when I was 17. I was 17 when I started college. So I haven't met them when I was 17 or like when I just turned 18, and I'm 42 now, so that's how long I've been friends with them. And I'm looking forward to seeing them, but I always have not a feeling in the pit of my stomach necessarily, but it's always kind of a toss-up. I'm not an introvert, but I feel like I may have some introvert tendencies, because there are times when I'm gung-ho and I can be the life of the party and I can do this and I can do that, but then the idea of going to a place makes me want to just turn around and go home and just relax and just be in the house where it's quiet and where I can sleep, where I can wear whatever, and I don't have to quote-unquote be on. And not saying that I put on a different persona for my friends, like I'm just myself, but sometimes even just being around people can be exhausting. So that's why I think I have introverted tendencies, but I know it's very, very clear that I am in no way, shape, or form an introvert. I'm very much an extrovert. But I have heard there's such a thing as an introverted extrovert. I'm going to assume that's what I am, and so we're going to go with that. But I am looking forward to seeing my girls. I don't know what my friend has planned. I know it's something creative. I ended up wearing a white t-shirt. It's probably going to get dirty, but it was $5 from Target, so I'm okay with that. And I have on some leopard leggings. I had on a head wrap earlier, but I'm prone to getting headaches. So if I wear a head wrap too long, even if it's not tight, I almost always get a headache. And I was like, I'm not setting myself up, so I'm just going to forego that. And yep, that's it. So like I said, when I get there, I don't think my girls want to be on the vlog. I'm actually not even going to ask them. I haven't told them that I'm doing the vlog. Even though we all love each other and we support each other, they don't subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure I've never seen one of my videos, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Having that as something separate, that is perfectly fine with me. So I didn't tell them I'm doing the vlog. I have no intention of doing that, but I think I will at least show some of the stuff that we're doing, just so you guys can get a little look at what it is, and maybe get some inspiration for your own of having, I guess this is the Christmas rendition of a Friendsgiving. So I don't know what that would be called, because this isn't a holiday party open to like everybody. It's literally just the 4 of us. And whenever we do something big like celebrate each other's birthdays, it's just the core 4 of us. So I guess this would be a Friendsmas, I guess is what people call it. I don't know. But yeah, I'll at least show you guys some of the activities that we do so you can have some ideas for your own Friendsmas if you choose to have one. All right, let me focus on the road right now.
People would say they were white, but they also don't care that they identify as black. It's not like they're like, oh, I have to be the skin color, or I have to marry this person. Like, it seemed to be like no one was worried about it.
Hey guys, I'm back from my holiday party with my girlfriends. It was great. My sister set up the painting thing. You guys saw me painting the elephant, and we all painted our same picture, but we all painted them so differently, different colors, different themes. And that was cool to see. And then we played this game called the hot seat, which I won because even though I'm not overly competitive in general when I'm playing a game, I don't get necessarily competitive, but in my head, I'm like, you have to win this. So I won that game, which was cool. And then we ordered food and we talked about, politics. We talked about TV. We talked about relationships, sex, like just kind of ran the gamut, when Black women get together. But it was fun. I had a good time. I'm home now. It's 10:38. I'm going to relax. I kissed both my babies good night already. And yeah, I'm going to chill out the rest of the day. Put up this vlog for Vlogmas day 3. It's day 3 already. And yeah, the rest of the week will probably be a little quieter. So whatever those vlogs are, probably just me doing regular stuff and just kind of talking about life. Tomorrow, I do want to show you guys my little tablescape that I did and just how you can make, decorations look nice and pretty under budget. Like, you don't gotta spend a bunch of money, but that'll be for tomorrow. So good night, guys.